Are you ready?
A Shot of Wrestling, episode 362. And away we go.
Wait, you get a shot, what? Is that the message you got? We about to go live. Are you ready to rock? So take a shot. Oh, so take a shot. Oh, yeah. I'm a street breaker. I'm a heartbreaker. This is my dawn. I'm Ramon Razor. Straight man, nature boy. About to seek and destroy. It's an SOW. Let me hear you make noise. Take a shot, what? Is that the message you got? We about to go live. Are you ready to rock? So take a shot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Shot of Wrestling. I'm your host at Moxie Play, joined from New Jersey, Mr. Marcus Davenport Schwann. What's going on, buddy? How you been? How's life?
Oh, my Lord, how is life? Moving with a toddler, let me tell you, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but nonetheless, I am here at my new pad, my new house that I bought in New Jersey. Very excited, man. Very excited. Still setting up. Hopefully by next week, things will look a little bit better, look a little more finished here. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Is everything moved in? You just got to set everything up, or are you still waiting for furniture, or?
So we got a bunch of furniture the other day. It's looking good. It's starting to look like a house. We're mostly unpacked. I think we still need like a couple more things. Like we need like a night table. A coffee table. Like minor things we're trying to figure out. Decorating, etc., painting certain rooms. It's a process.
How's the baby taking to it?
That's been the challenging part.
Did she get used to grandma and grandpa, or?
She basically just endured 2 moves in one summer, you know, so it's a lot. And then getting her acclimated back into a new daycare. I feel like today was a good day, but still, like, it's ongoing. Hopefully, like, by next week, things will be a little bit better for her.
Now, what is she doing that's making you feel like she's acting like not acclimating to it?
Oh, well, in the morning, going to daycare, for example, just stalling, doing anything possible not to go. And then finally, like, you know, I get her in the car, screaming, crying the whole way, bringing her to daycare, daddy, 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 like freaking out.
Was that because of the move, or just getting to the page where she doesn't want to go to school?
No, it's because she's usually fine with school. She's actually better today. And then also just over here, back in the house, she's like, she wants to go back home. She said, go back home. I miss grandma and grandpa. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just, yeah. It's been a mess. Poor girl. She's only 2 years old, and she's gone through a lot.
Yeah. 3 moves, right?
2.
But from Westchester, where the hell you were, Yonkers, or you were before?
Oh, well, that was a couple years ago. She was way too young for that.
Still in her lifetime, though. I think I moved like 3 times in my whole life, and I'm 40-something.
Oh, wow. No wonder you don't like change.
There's probably a lot of reasons why I don't like change, but that might be one of them, yeah.
Yeah, because you really haven't done much. Much change.
Wow.
Much change.
Too late.
No,
that is a
leaving that period there.
Wow.
That was not,
you are an asshole.
I caught myself there.
Yeah, because you caught yourself, right, so you knew what you meant, and then you were like, oh, that's a fucked up thing to say. Let me save myself.
That's not what I meant to say.
No,
if I left that period right there.
Let me timestamp this and send this to AJ Pan so we can just, wow, what a dick. What? See the shit? See, I'm not being an asshole, folks. This is the real Marcus Davenport Schwann. Wow, what an asshole. You just hurt my feelings. I don't think more than anybody's ever hurt them before in my life.
Oh, stop.
Wow. But, moving on before I get into my feelings here, one thing has changed is I finally unretired from fantasy football after taking several years off. I got involved into a league, drafted for the first time in years, and then last minute I got roped into another one. So now instead of doing 1 league, I'm doing 2 leagues.
I love how you're going from none to 2, and yet you turned down my league.
I didn't turn it down. I never turned it down. Don't put words in my mouth, asshole. I said,
well, what did you say?
I said, okay, I'll do it. But just know, I'm not the kind of guy who checks it regularly every fucking day. I won't check it when you sometimes. So if you scroll up on your text messages and read everybody what I said. If you need me, I'm there for you, brother. So let me know, which you never did. I see in your social medias you're posting I'm ready for a draft. I guess he doesn't need me. Okay. So I didn't turn it down.
Wait,
I didn't turn it down.
I believe this was a phone conversation.
That was text.
It was text? I could have sworn it was over the phone.
When's the last time you called me?
We talked over the phone. I can't remember what I fucking did this morning.
Scroll up. I'll pause it. Scroll up.
All right. No need to pause. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep this thing going. Where are you at here? Putty. Talk about your fantasy team, blah, 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 blah. Same shit, different day.
I want you for advice, yeah.
Response. Got Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you got 2 kickers, which I think is weird.
I got Aaron Rodgers in like a late round. Like, and then this draft, too, he went in like the late rounds. He's not going to suck.
I already got some, actually, I think, by this point. Or am I wrong?
Probably wrong. I think it was the same day.
No, not yet. It was actually a half hour later. I got someone. How much? Remember, I'm like Jimmy J. I'll check once or twice a week. Not an avid everyday user.
I'll just give you a heads up. Just remember that because you guys didn't like Jimmy J.
Yeah, no, Jimmy J was. I love him as a human being.
Now scroll down. I said I'm there for you. Let me know. I'll do it if you need me. So I'm there for my people. Look, read that out loud. Read that out loud so people don't think I'm lying. Even though I don't do nothing.
I just lost it.
Of course you did. How convenient. Anyway, fantasy football's up. I'm ready to go. Apparently, I got an email saying that I was the greatest draft of the league. I'm projected to go 13-1. There's no fucking way.
Wait. By the way, you never said it.
Okay, I'll post this in my social medias. I'll take the screenshot.
Nope, you never said that. You never said that last part.
It goes. Oh. I ran my league for a bit, and it was stressful when people would drop out. So I'll do it if you can't find anybody else, but keep trying. Dude, so rough.
Where do you see that?
Friday, 8:45 p.m. Last Friday, folks. Before Labor Day. Now we're just wasting time.
No. I don't see this.
I got Aaron Rodgers in the 11th round. That's a steal. But he's the same buy as my starter Burrow. Man, rookie mistake. You're like, oh, rookie mistake indeed. Then a cut like 10 minutes later, I ran my league for a bit. It was stressful when people would drop out. So I'll do it if you can't find anybody else, but keep on looking. Or keep trying.
I don't think I got that text.
I have the screenshot right here. I can show it to you.
Please send it to me, because I really don't think I got that text.
I don't know how to take a screenshot on a fucking iPad.
No, anywho, now we're clearly wasting time here. Clearly wasting time. Buddy, when are you going to come up?
Never.
You're never going to visit me.
Why would I voluntarily go to Jersey? It's 2 fucking bridges, maybe a third, or a bridge and a tunnel. It's a bitch to get to BCW. You're close to BCW, and why would I want to fucking waste my time traveling to if you take a cab? I'll take a cab there, but no one's going to pay for that cab. So
that's it. You're just never going to.
Are you going to like send a driver? Why don't you say one of your drivers? Don't you your company have a driver?
You could come crash.
I don't sleep over people's houses.
Really?
No, I hate sleeping over at people's houses. I need my own bed by myself, alone, quiet, my own safe space.
Wow. So you really don't do much.
See what to deal with? See what to fucking deal with. Marco was trending this week.
All right, buddy. So let's start off with some TNA news here. Or is it NXT? I can't tell right now. Fightful Wrestling at Fightful was a video of Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace is going to defend the TNA Knockouts Championship on NXT next week. That is awesome to hear. We've raved about Jordynne Grace plenty of times here in this podcast, especially her showing in NXT. Surprise challenger here. Open challenge. Who's going to step up, buddy? Your thoughts?
Who knows? These open challenges when she does it in TNA have been answered by NXT talent. But does it make sense for a TNA talent to answer it in NXT? So you figure it'd be an NXT talent, maybe a main roster talent, like Chelsea Green was here last week. Did you see Chelsea Green again? I think they had a match, one maybe match in TNA. I can't think of a name. I mean, you think it may be a debut name, but then they would have to lose. So you can't debut somebody and lose to Jordynne Grace. Makes no sense. Who knows? Rosemary's been a while. Been around for a couple weeks now. Does Rosemary try since she's there with Wendy Chu?
I don't know though, because like Rosemary's still technically TNA. I think you're right. It has to be someone from NXT.
Yeah. Or it doesn't. It could be a TNA. What about TNA versus TNA Knockout on NXT TV? That'd be a first. Going into
That'd be wild.
That would draw viewers in, hearing what unexpected going into the CW. But we've seen Izzy Dame did it already. Tatum Paxley did it already. Somebody else did it already. I don't know. Drawing blank. I can't even think of a name.
Is it Giselle Shaw, the new free agent?
I don't know if there's any no-compete clauses on our contract, but that'd be awesome.
It'd be interesting because like there is like a working relationship there with WWE and TNA.
Can I just take a side note real quick?
Yeah.
Somebody posted about Giselle Shaw getting released. How about she asked for her release? In these comments, oh, you mean he?
Oh, God.
Man.
Oh, come
blood
on.
was boiling. I'm like, what year do we live in? Anyway, back on topic.
God.
Again, there's so many names. And again, that NXT roster, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, was deep. One of the best rosters of women's division in the entire industry. So to pick a name out of a hat, it could be anybody. Maybe there's Lonnie Jordynne. Maybe come try for 2 belts.
Maybe it's someone from the main roster even. Yeah. Maybe it's Natty.
Maybe she's coming back Monday night. Maybe we'll see her again in NXT. Who knows? Again, it's just we don't know. It's not obvious. So it's just going to maybe
Jordynne Grace did have another tweet out there that there is someone in mind that she wants it to be, you know, and she's been clamoring for a match with with Natty Neidhart for quite a while now.
But also, this is a stacked NXT card that night. Going against the presidential debate. So you're going to think there's going to be a big name that when you hear it, people are going to tune in, like flip over, or it's going to be in the first hour. I think the debate starts at 9. Maybe it's Natty. Again, it won't be a surprise return. She's coming back Monday night. They're teasing that. But Natty versus Jordynne would be awesome. I think it'd be more of a PLE match than a match on CW, but that's a good name.
That could be a match of the year contender, I think, honestly. Just from hype around it. I mean, I feel like Natty does not get enough love. I think, like, not even just talking about women wrestling, I think all around wrestler, active wrestler, you got to put her in the top 10, if not top 5.
Absolutely.
Like,
could be one of the members of the new Toxic Attraction 2.0. Mm-hmm. You know, they think they finished their feud, so they might be moving on to something. Again, the possibilities are endless here. NXT roster is stacked, you know. TNA's roster is stacked, so it could be anybody. It's very exciting at this point.
Who do you want it to be?
That's a good question. On NXT, Lola Vice.
Lola Vice, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
That would be a good match.
Thank you.
That would be a really good match.
Different styles, but she's an MMA fighter. She's, you know, brute strength. Styles clash would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, sign me up for that. That'd be a really good match.
Mia Yim, I think they wrestled in TNA. They had a banger match in TNA. Again, but I think Lola Vice would be my... Well, because she's not really doing much right now. Give her something to do. Give her a spotlight match in NXT.
Who do you think will most likely be?
I don't know. Probably...
I completely... I didn't put 2 and 2 together with the dates. So, like, you're right. I didn't realize the presidential election will be that night. And it's round 1 of Trump versus Kamala Harris, which I think a lot of people will definitely want to see.
Yeah.
So, do they just throw, like, maybe like just like Zoe Stark out there? Did they throw... Like, is it not going to be like a grand marquee match per se, or is it going to be just like, you know?
I think if you wanted to go outside of NXT, Bayley, what's she doing? Right, Bayley's a former women's champion, main roster talent.
You would. So you just said Natty and Jordynne Grace would be a PLE type of match.
Yeah.
Bayley
would make people flip the channel to the debate. Yeah.
So you think they try to go head to head with the debate? You don't think they try like ease off a little bit?
I think they try to go head to head, but they put it in the first hour. Again, I don't know what time the debate started. I'm assuming 9 o'clock. But this match either might lead off NXT or go into 8:30. But it would have to be a big name where people would just get sucked in and forget to turn over at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey will be a bigger talent, a bigger draw. Natalia will be a better match.
Touche. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. I don't know, man. It could definitely. There's so many different possibilities where you could go with. I mean, I do personally want to be Natty for selfish reasons. I think it would be a fantastic match. Bailey will be fascinating. Charlotte Flair is due to return soon.
There you go.
Could it be her?
I think you wait on that one. That return, yeah. I think you wait on that one.
It's Jordynne Grace. I mean, let's face it, with facts. I mean, come January, she's going to be WWE, like full time.
Maybe.
You know, once that contract is up, like it just seems like she wants to be there. They want her there.
But if TNA's willing to loan her out, again, I say TNA's has a better schedule, but we don't often hear her wrestling in Japan. We don't hear her wrestling in other countries. The only time we see her is wrestling in TNA for that one weekend out of the month, and maybe an independent here and there. Unless we change up schedules and go to WWE where everybody wants to. And just
they got to slow pay it, though. If like she is going to be WWE bound in January, which it seems like it's almost a lock, and then like, yeah, they probably shouldn't do Bailey. They probably shouldn't do Charlotte. You know, maybe it's Shayna Baszler. Maybe it's Zoe Stark. Maybe it's someone like, you know, on the lower mid card. Sonya Deville.
Won't maybe not flip the channel to the debate.
No.
But
I don't think it'd be wise to go head to head with the debate.
That's something that's going to be the first hour.
Yeah,
I mean the whole card is stacked, so they're trying something.
Watch, we're completely wrong. It's Julia.
Yeah, probably. Or Roxanne trying to get a rematch.
Yeah. Or Cora Jade makes a return. I don't know.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
There's so many possibilities. I don't even know what Cora Jade's status is right now.
I think she's still months away, but that'll be a good one too.
Yeah. Mayhew, buddy, that is all I have for the news.
It's time for this week's TV Takedown.
Marcus, what was trending in the world of TV this week?
All right, buddy, let's start off with Monday Night Raw. So, Gunther obviously successfully retained against Randy Orton at Bash in Berlin.
Can we talk about that for a second? What a great PLE. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. Great matches beginning to end. Good job.
There was no doubt that Gunther Randy Orton was going to be a banger for sure. But with that being said, Gunther has a new challenger by the name of Sami Zayn, Humble Wrestling at Wrestling Humble. Sami Zayn being the last person to pin Gunther and using that as a reasoning to go for his world title is a good and simple wrestling story. It's all you need sometimes. I'd have to agree with that. Sami Zayn definitely brought up some good points, especially being the only person, this is true, the only person to pin Gunther in WWE.
Main roster, yeah.
Main roster, right.
75% of the time he's been in WWE, he's been holding a championship. That's insane. I'm assuming that means main roster, but insane.
It's mind-boggling. A hell of a run for Gunther so far in the main roster. What do you think, though? Sami Zayn, does he have any chance in hell? I mean, I feel like it's too soon.
Yeah, no.
Right? I mean, it's a good storyline. I feel like the storyline would have been better like down the road because like I feel like it's very obvious that Gunther's going to win this. There's no way in hell like I think that Gunther's going to give up the championship so soon. Just a lot like with Randy Orton. I kind of feel like it's kind of wasted. What do you think, buddy?
Easily, yeah. Gunther is getting his win back, and maybe that goes down the road later on the rubber match. But no, Sami Zayn's not winning this. But again, it's predictable. But what we always say on the show for years and years and years, it could be predictable as long as it's enjoyable and believable. As long as Sami Zayn gets some near falls, doesn't get squashed, holds his own. Because I think with WrestleMania, he got his ass beat most of the match. Then he had some flurry of offense at the end, and he won. Unless you want Gunther to get one of the dominant on fully offensive matches, Sami Zayn's your guy because he can sell with the best of them, and the loss won't hurt him because he's not really doing anything right now. But if not him, who else?
I just kind of think I don't know. I don't necessarily have a problem with the matches per se. I have a problem with just how predictable it's looking. And I think there's a way to do it where it does kind of make you question sometimes. They've done it before in the past. You know, when Sami Zayn challenged Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber, you know, like if you remember back when we were doing the podcast, there was some like seeds that were planted in my head of thinking, oh, maybe Sami Zayn could win. You know,
Yeah,
even though WrestleMania is around the corner. Even though, like, yeah, but like there was like something in there. I was like, could he? But like with this and Randy Orton, there was like 0.0% chance in my head like they were going to win. I think they need to, like, instead of just like Humble Wrestling's right, but I think there needs to be more. I think Humble Wrestling here would be right again if this was further down the road. Right now, I think there needs to be more. I think there needs to be more layers here to make it more intriguing, to make it interesting, to make this like a long-standing feud instead of just a one-off. And I feel like they could have done the same with Randy Orton.
I sort of fall into the trap of Gunther. I mentioned this. I picked him as Superstar of the Year last year. One of the things I said was that he never got into a real lengthy feud. Right? Most of his matches and title defenses were one-offs. You know, maybe Chad Gable he had 2 matches with. Sami Zayn maybe 2 matches. Other than that, 666 days were ones and dones. I just want to fall into that pattern again of him not getting into rivalries or feuds or telling stories, because we're having that over with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes does not get into a real feud.
Exactly, same thing.
So I just
same thing.
Don't want to fall into that trap again with him.
Like it seems like they're making it too sports based.
Maybe,
if that makes sense.
Maybe,
you know, and I get it. I mean, it's sports entertainment. I don't know, man. Like I think they're kind of forgetting the entertainment aspect of it. You know, like we're going to get into it later on, but like, you know, we see like, you know, the heated rivalry between Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page, how personal it's getting. There are layers there, you know, and I think there could be more of a story here to tell.
But that rivalry's also had months and months and months. We're only starting out here. So I just hope we can plant some seeds to go to a rivalry to that extent with somebody down the road. Because eventually I feel like Ludwig is going to turn on him. But I don't think Ludwig's a viable contender against Gunther.
No. But then again, did we think Jey Uso at the time was going to be a viable contender to Roman Reigns when that first happened? No. But look at Jey Uso now.
Look at him now, but he never beat him. He never beat Roman Reigns.
Never beat him, but he was looking like a guy for a bit, especially that early.
Yeah, still never beat him. I'm talking about like actually beating him.
Oh, actually beating him?
I don't think it's gonna be Ludwig.
No, but I don't know. I like. Do you see what I'm talking about though? Like, just, for example, Randy Orton, shoulder was up. Okay, I feel like that's a kind of like a sports thing. Like that's a reason for like a rematch, kind of like boxing or whatever, or UFC. And Sami Zayn, I already beat you. I was the only one to beat you. Like,
now that's been WWE for a while.
Yeah, I mean that's a little something, but like, give me more, man. Make me interested. Like we can see these good matches all the time, but you want to see a good match, go to AEW, right?
Wow. Okay.
I mean, they have good matches, but like a lot of
WWE doesn't. That's what you're saying. You can still see good matches at WWE.
You can still see. No, you can still see.
Or TNA, the Iron Man match between Dolph Ziggler and Josh Alexander. Whew. Talk about that in 4 months. Anyway,
you've been waiting for that one.
It's a great match.
But I don't know. I mean, like that's all I say. It's just let's bring back some entertainment in there. It doesn't have to be all the way entertainment. It doesn't have to be fucking Katie Vick. But, like, it could be a good mix and match. WWE's more than capable of it.
But also, if not Sami Zayn now, who? Nobody believable contender to Gunther, because they've been elevating this guy since he debuted, basically. And there's nobody on his level right now that I can think that's ready to go to vie for a championship other than Sami Zayn.
Or, like, Gunther, even though Gunther gets cheered, he's still a heel. Like, maybe Sami Zayn is about to beat him, and Gunther gets DQ'd. You know, keep that feud going.
That has to happen. Not now, but like Gunther can't have a lengthy 3-year reign like Roman Reigns did. He's got to get an upset to make it like, oh shit, anything can happen in WWE. Bring that shit back.
Yeah, no, I would love that.
Yep. Not now.
Or maybe it is a short title reign. You know, how many times does Sasha Banks win the women's championship only to like
lose it the next night? a week later.
Play hot potato, yeah.
That's why I never really. That's what, but also hurt her because a lot of people don't believe in her anymore.
A lot? I don't know about a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I feel like
she never got
I feel like
decent ring.
I feel like it's a loud minority.
That's fair enough.
I don't think it's a lot.
I think it is, but a lot of minorities maybe a better way of presenting it.
Thank you. All right, buddy, let's move on here.
Oh, let's not. Joe Tessitore, good job. Ignore these haters, please. I thought he did a fantastic job. Knowledgeable.
Are there haters, though?
People have been saying there's a lot of hate on him. Like, I don't see why there's hate on him. Knowledgeable of the product, enthusiastic about the product. You tell he's a fan. And I thought he did a good job, and he'll only get better from it. And he apologized after the show. Like, it wasn't my best work. Of course it's not. Your first one. How bad did we do it? How bad did we do commentary on first night one? So
right. Like, people need to calm down.
Yeah. I'm excited. I thought he did a great job, and I'm excited to see that voice. I'm used to him from Holy Moly. You know, he can be fun, lighthearted, and joke around, but turn something silly into something serious. So good job to him, buddy. Great week one.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely only get better. But moving on here, buddy, let's go to NXT. We kind of talked about loosely before with Giulia making her official NXT debut at No Mercy, and here we are here today talking about her finally stepping up, or officially stepping up, to Roxanne, WWE at WWE, quoting Giulia, me, you, CW. Giulia has called her shot. Buddy, what do you think about this one? Do you think this is the right time for Giulia to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship, or is this too soon?
I think it's the right time. There's been hype around her for months. People know what she can do. If you don't know, you'll know. And what better way to get a marquee PLE matchup we talked about with Jordynne Grace to bring eyes to the CW debut than this match? People waiting for her debut. They've been clamoring for it. Here you go. You got it. Now she's getting a championship match against Roxanne Perez, the face of the franchise for last year. On the debut of this network TV CW. That'd be awesome. I think it's the right time.
Does she have a match beforehand, do you think? Or, because it's October 1st, right?
I think so. She has 4 weeks. I'm assuming she might have to have a match. I think she would have to have a match, yeah.
Right, because, if this is indeed her debut match for NXT,
and she wins,
she has to win then, right? Or is that too obvious? Going back to Sami Zayn, is this too obvious?
It's too obvious she's going to win, yeah. She has to win. They already said she's going to be the face of that women's division for a long time, which means maybe Roxanne moves up. So it's what a great way to draw eyes in CW. It'd be great. I told you Ben weeks ago, I don't know much about her myself. I know the
right. So that's the thing,
name.
though. Like, I feel like you're the majority.
Yeah, but we know the name. We should know her because a lot of us don't watch Japan stuff. Those who do are excited about this. Those who don't, like me, are excited about this. We know the aura of her. That's why I think you have to have a match in NXT to show what she can do before they debut on CW.
I think they have to be squash matches, personally.
Yeah, of course. That's wrestling 101, yeah.
Yeah. Just to absolutely destroy like Chelsea Green, put her in squash with her.
Yeah. They planted that seed already.
Yeah.
Izzy Dame's not doing anything.
What do you think about the knee? You see that trending on Twitter quite a bit? Like, people are giving shit because the angle.
No, I didn't hear anything about this.
Oh, God. So, basically, people are comparing her knee to, Kenny Omega and even Mandy Rose to the degree that it looked fake, apparently.
Oh, no, I never thought about that. I'll go back and check it out, but I wasn't really thinking about it. I read, though, that people were giving shit for Chelsea Green for overshadowing Giulia's debut.
Oh, come on, stop. Chelsea Green, that was a brilliant spot.
Really? Because lights went out, everyone's expecting her to come out, and then you see Chelsea Green? Everyone loves Chelsea Green. Who hates Chelsea Green? Even if you hate her,
the fans were chanting for her.
So.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
And, hell of a presentation by Giulia, though. WWE for Giulia. They present her like a fucking star. She looks the part. She looks like a face of a franchise.
Because the lights went out and just a spotlight. There's no glitz. There's no pop.
It was just the camera angle, the smoke, but then Giulia, then too, just the composure that she had, the aura around her, like, just she owned it. She looked like a badass.
Yeah, she's a badass from what I hear.
From anything I've seen of her, I'm with you. I haven't seen a full match of her. I know of her. I've seen plenty of clips of her. She looks like a fucking badass. I don't necessarily know how that style will translate in NXT.
They said she's going to tone it down.
She would have to.
But what a cool,
she would absolutely have
what a cool thing. Like, my friend came over to watch it, and I go, by the way, the end of the women's match, the rumor was during rehearsal, there's some sort of angle coming. They played some generic music. Nobody came out, but there's going to be an angle here. Oh, man, I hope it's my girl, Stephanie Vacour, he said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's ready. They said she's not ready, settled in yet. The other woman from Australia, Delta, could be it. You have 3 hot names. Who could they be? What a great problem, if you call it a problem, for NXT to have. You have these 3 great powerhouse women waiting to debut. Now you have one of them. When are we getting the other 2? Should be interesting. What a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Wait, amazing time to be a wrestling fan. And then you
and a
have
women's wrestling fan, too. That all divisions are stacked right now.
And then you have Roxanne in the center of all that. People are clamoring for a match with Roxanne and Giulia about to happen. They want to see Roxanne versus Stephanie Vacour. They want to see against Delta. These are these dream matches that Roxanne was actually just talking about at NXT, which does kind of make you think, will she retain? Because there's the assumption that Giulia will win and then Roxanne will just go on to the main roster straight from there. But I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case.
That's also traditional, Vince booking. What Triple H and Shawn Michaels, we're so used to what Vince does. That what Vince does is what wrestling industry does. But now he's not around anymore. You can change it up. There's not more of this, whoever gets their ass beat before a PLE is going to win on the PLE. All our norms are going to be out the window nowadays, so you never know what to expect.
Roxanne does appear to be main event ready, or main roster ready, excuse me.
I believe it.
She's so young. What is she, 22?
I think.
My fucking God, dude. If that girl is not the face of the women's division in the next few years, and I don't know who will. She's set. She's absolutely set. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, man. I'm excited for this matchup. I think they have to be careful here with Giulia. I don't even know if a DQ finish would work in this one either. I think there definitely has to be a clear winner here. Oh God. What does a loss for Giulia, if Giulia does lose to Roxanne, what does that do for her?
Kills the hype
of Roxanne, but not Giulia. It kind of hurts Giulia, no?
If Giulia loses, it kills her hype.
Yeah. Oh, kills her hype. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay.
It kills the hype. I'm like, oh, okay. She lost. Damn, Roxanne's that good.
Right.
But we said that
it might give heat on Roxanne.
True. But then you think more heat. I don't know. A lot of ways to go with this, Marcus.
That's why I kind of think it's just too soon. I personally think they should have waited for this one. I understand the move, but that roster is stacked. I mean, you could have had Giulia face anyone else and have her build towards a match with Roxanne down the road. I don't know. There's going to be lots of hype here. I'm not hating it, but I feel like this just could have been done a little bit better, personally. But moving on here, Putty. Let's go to AEW. We talked about it before, about Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland, right? The hate is real there. The hate is real. Hangman Page savagely burned down the childhood home of Swerve Strickland after he just bought it back with the help of Prince Nana. Erod at Erod Buster 1. I've been watching wrestling since the late 80s, and this is, without a doubt, the greatest feud I have ever seen. Putty, what does this rank for you in terms of feuds? I mean, have you ever seen anything like this before? And is this the best version of Hangman that we're getting?
Yeah. I mean, I was never a big Hangman fan, so getting the best version of him, not saying much to me, but you would want that. You want somebody to get better and better and better every time you see them, especially involved in a big marquee storyline feud that's been going on months, which is something AEW does not do often. Randy Orton burned down Bray Wyatt's cabin, then Heath lit him on fire. I mean, that seems more intense than this. But AEW standards,
emotionally wise. So
just,
I mean, like,
it's also an eye for an eye. That going back to the storytelling of him going to Swerve going to Hangman's house, and Swerve watching him take his wife to the hospital for their baby number 2. Yeah, this is just, it's not this cowboy shit, this drinking, generic character we've seen from Hangman. He's now more, probably sort of the last match that he got hung up, I forgot the name of the match, what it was, but then where Hangman hung him.
Well, one of the most violent matches of all time.
So we got a more like deranged, diabolical, sinister Hangman Page here. It says something.
And look at this shot here. I mean, like,
I wonder how they did that.
I was wondering that too. Like, they definitely had to have like special pyrotechnics over there doing their thing. Like, they had to be professionals.
But do you build that house in a field somewhere, or is that
Hangman was so close?
It seemed like it. Yeah, it could have been depth perception wise, but it seemed like he was pretty close. Yeah. I was
like, my God, man.
Drinking alcohol. Well, could be anything, but.
And that's definitely going to be a popular meme. That was a hell of a picture, man.
Again, it goes back to that Randy Orton. Randy Orton hit that pose when the white shed was going on fire. That was cool. And this, I think, he tops it because it's the whole fucking house. And he's just sitting in the rocking chair just having a drink. It's great.
I do feel like that this is an added layer to the one of the Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt that you're talking about.
No, I totally agree.
Just because of the emotional aspect of it, of being the child at home. Greatest feud.
Yeah, weird. I felt weird. Why are they showing this? Isn't Swerve supposed to be more of a heel coming off the Daniel Bryan feud? I just feel like a sappy face thing. Oh, no, that makes sense. Great callback.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, this is probably the greatest feud for AEW, right?
I mean, it's up there again because they don't have long feuds, and this is a long story. And usually, if they do have a feud, it's pop, pop, pop. This is how many months in between each matches that we've been having?
True.
You don't see it that often.
This is something that I feel like that we've been wanting to see from AEW, just like some meaty, lengthy feuds here, like because their roster is stacked with talent, but they're just kind of not all, but like it's kind of wasted sometimes. You give them more, people want to come back.
Yep.
And there's definitely interest here. Like for the first time in Hangman's AEW career, I'm interested.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not really a knock on him, but it's kind of a knock on him that his character never drew me in at any aspect of it. Now, here we are talking about potential feud of AEW's history.
I mean, I don't necessarily. Is it a knock on him? Because like. What did they really have him do? I mean, like, yeah, they put him like these big marquee matches, but like it was just more of the same old, same old. Like this is different. This is memorable.
I mean, there's nothing to do about him being a cowboy, to him being a man.
Right.
So the character to throw out the window.
See, this is like Attitude Era-esque.
Yeah, when Brian Pillman stormed into somebody's house with a gun, or vice versa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are moments, dude. I honest to God, I love Brian Pillman. I can't remember a single match of his. There are definitely a lot of moments I remember Brian Pillman, and that's not a knock. That's a good thing because the dude made an impression.
When they're doing the Dynamite 10-year anniversary 5 years from now, this will be a moment they show.
Oh, for sure. This had everyone talking.
Yep.
And again, I would be shocked if this was not like a mainstream meme. Yeah, that picture of Hangman in front of a fire, because it's just a fucking gorgeous shot, and like there's a lot you can play off of it. And the reason why I bring that up is because like AEW needs to be more mainstream. They need that because their ratings are not that great. The attendance is not that great either. Like the All In was like a dramatic drop from the last year's.
Like 40,000-50,000 difference. Again, I don't care because there's tickets, gates, free. I don't understand the terminology they've been using, but who knows? Who cares? Because I've seen people compare this is a shitty draw from AEW, but then you had the AEW fans like, oh look at SummerSlam, they tarped off the whole. I'm like, oh my god, why are you engaging this stupid?
Well, it's important for business because, as wrestling fans, we should want AEW to thrive. Because if AEW does well, wrestling does well. Especially us, right? We're involved in the indie wrestling scene. We have friends and colleagues in this world, and some of which we believe there should be signed. And if there's no AEW, that's a less opportunity for our friends to get signed, to be on a bigger level, for other people to see their talents. And there's a trickle-down effect, too. If AEW folds, and what does that mean for TNA? What does that mean for other wrestling promotions? And then what does that mean for the greater product of WWE? Do they become complacent again? AEW doing well is best for business all around.
Yeah, of course. I don't think anybody doubts that.
I know you know. I'm talking about the audience.
I'll tell,
some members of the audience do not know this.
A friend of mine who's a huge AEW mark, talk about it all the time. He came over to watch the No Mercy, the NXT PLE. So I asked him how All In was. He goes, oh man, it was great, one of the great shows. He loved it. It's always interesting to watch one of these PLEs or pay-per-views, to go on X or Twitter and hear people say how it was great. Then you scroll down, oh, this show sucked. It's crazy how people see glass half full, glass half empty. Mm-hmm. How do people love AEW?
Everyone has different tastes, Yeah,
but the show didn't suck. This was you didn't like it. Doesn't mean the show sucked. The matches were good. Some of the storyline was good. Just you wasn't I'm not drawn into AEW a lot too, but I don't think the Dynamite sucks.
Right.
Just negativity.
That's the thing about wrestling, man. There's just so much for different audiences. I know you and I are kind of seeing this. We're both not into deathmatch wrestling, but there's a huge audience for it.
Huge, yeah. Especially my man Matt Cardona, the king of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Wrestling's very unique, and there's a very passionate fan base, that's for sure. But anywho, Putty, that is all I have for the news, my man.
Talking about Redbeard. What's his name? The Rabbit? Eric Rowan?
Eric Rowan, yeah.
He was talking about to Chris Van Vliet. I don't know if you saw this interview. I saw a clip of it recently. And he goes, it's crazy how, wrestlers, we play characters, right? My real name's not Eric Rowan. He told his real name. I forgot the name of it. And he started wrestling people shoot names. We play these characters. But then you see Tom Cruise, and you start listing actors. They play characters too. But you don't meet them or run into them and go oh, by the way, you're the guy from that movie. No, you say it's Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm. Wrestling is the only place where these actors who are playing these characters have to live these characters 24/7.
Right.
And they got to deal with that airports, restaurants, hotels, outside of the events. Outside the events, I don't mind, shopping. It's something I knew about, never clicked until I heard someone actually say it out loud.
Right.
It's a rough
think about the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He literally lived the gimmick for so long.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, talk about living a gimmick. Ric Flair kind of bankrupts himself to live the gimmick.
Favorite living the gimmick story was, I said several times here, $1 Million Man, where Vince would give him the money and go to a restaurant or a bar and buy everybody's tab. That's going the extra mile to keep kayfabe alive.
Right. What other world?
Yeah.
What other world?
You'll see Tom Cruise doing that. Tom Cruise isn't jumping from... Well, maybe he is. Wrong example.
No, he is. It's a wrong example.
But anyway, that wraps things up here. Mark, any go-home thoughts for you?
I do, Putty. I do. This very well might be the last What's Trending episode of Shot Wrestling. I am done with Twitter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am so done with Twitter. So you saw that horrific school shooting that happened at Georgia, right? So I put out a tweet. Well, first off, hold on. Let me preface it with this. I commented on a tweet, right? Someone wrote, my heart is broken. A 16-year-old high school student in Georgia texted her mom. I know I've not been a perfect daughter. I love you. I'm sorry. enough is enough. And dude, my wife actually read it to me shortly before I saw that tweet. And at that point, I was holding my daughter. This is what I said, actually. My wife read that to me as I was holding my 2-year-old daughter, and I wept instantly. Heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking to hear. I had chills when my wife said that to me. Would you like to hear some of these comments?
Yes.
See what I said. All right. We have something fishy saying things that didn't happen. Mean Dean Ween. That's because you're a pussy. Your daughter deserves better. David Adams Jr. Puss. Really? Taking your estrogen pills? Are you? Someone named Jay. Unhinged lunatic. Imagine being this much of a fag. Mentis. What a pussy, LMAO. And here's my personal favorite. This person deleted this tweet. Phil McCracken. The wife's boyfriend is actually your daughter's father. A daughter in quotations.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Of course, the one that should be deleted is deleted.
Like, what? Like, people died. The kids died, right? And like, this is a heartfelt moment. I don't know if this girl was a victim or not, but like, obviously none of these people are their fathers. I don't believe we're parents.
I'm waiting for to say my comment. Yeah,
they're not parents. They don't have a heart, and they're awful people. I think all of the above.
No, absolutely.
Like,
again, that's why I stay off social media a lot of times, because it's such negativity. Like, again, I see a lot of these people comment like, "What does that offer this world?" It's
not all social media. I feel like Twitter is the worst. Like, Elon Musk has made this worse and worse and worse. And like, I just can't, like, Threads, I never have that problem. Instagram, I never have that problem. Facebook, well, even if I said that, I don't even think I would have that problem to a degree. You may have some debate about guns in there, but like to this scale, like personal attacks
I also don't
about someone's child.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. Facebook, Instagram, the other one you mentioned, Threads, I don't know about, but you can't just search for a word and everything pops up.
You can.
Like I'll search for like AEW, like just search AEW, not hashtag, no parentheses, no at. Anything, any tweet that said AEW popped up.
But you can do the same in other social media platforms now.
No, shut up. But it just fucking sucks. I can guarantee you, I can close my eyes, you can read them out loud to me, I can guess what color hat they're wearing. It just doesn't offer anything in this world.
No,
like you said, you were an asshole when you were younger, right? You were a piece of shit. Sometimes we all were. We didn't think much of anything, but your fatherhood changes you.
But I don't think I would have never gone to that degree.
Well, no, because you're a decent human being. There's a lot of them,
right?
Nor would you walk into a school and shoot everybody when you were 14 years old.
Right.
There's a lot of
right. Like that's the thing. Like let's put away like what I said or even the original tweet. Like really, like people did die in this. Mm-hmm. It's a 45th school shooting of this year alone, 2024, and you want to attack people for how they feel in this moment. It'll be a moment of sadness
for insecurity. They're fucked up themselves.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? And dude, I only see this shit on Twitter, and that's why I'm just like this. I took a break from Twitter personally because of the move.
Are we going back to Cheers and Heels?
Like,
sign me
might have to look at Threads. Might have to look somewhere else because this is just is toxic.
Just let me know.
It is absolutely toxic.
I lost Shane's intro, so if I want I have to have him reintroduce the Cheers and Heels segment, let me know and give me some time. But yeah, I don't blame you. It's just fucked up. People are horrible, horrible, horrible human beings, and tragedy shows the best in us, also the worst.
Yeah, indeed, man.
Something that shook me though is something I never thought about. Usually when I see these mass school shootings, you think about, maybe you weren't now as a parent, but I think about, imagine getting that phone call or seeing the news that your child's school has a mass shooting.
No.
I can't imagine the panic, the fear, your stomach just bottoming out. Right? You think about that. For some random reason, I don't know why, I was thinking about, imagine seeing your child's school get shot up and people are rumored to be dead, and you get a phone call, and it was your kid who did it.
Dude.
Imagine that phone call.
No.
was talking to my mother about that. And like, imagine I'm 14 years old and I shot up my high school. It's a big high school. Beautiful high school. Fantastic high school. And then I'm in jail for the last 6 years. Imagine all the stuff I missed. Like, I'm risking spending the rest of my life in jail, and you're coming to visit me if you're lucky enough to be close by. I mean, that doesn't happen often because most of these perpetrators are often either kill themselves or taken out. But
yeah, right.
I just never thought about having the parent.
This one was,
and now, hate to cut you off, but this guy's father's now been arrested for murder and manslaughter, and
this kid was 14 years old.
Yep,
like 14 years old, dude. That's fucking insane. Like, I don't care what side of the aisle you lean towards. Like, we have a problem here. Like, this is a huge fucking problem. And, like, most people, what was this? The statistic is, like, what, 70%? Like, 70-something%, I think it was, of, like, regular people believe that there should be some form of gun laws here.
Including gun owners.
Common sense gun laws. Yeah. My brother, who's a huge Trumper, believes that there should be some sort of gun restrictions here.
They gave a stat.
Like,
I don't remember the percentage offhand, but yes.
It was an insane number. But yet the other 22%, I don't know. Again, the loud minority. I think that 22%, they're probably the elected officials in office right now in Washington that are holding this back.
Because a bunch of old white slave owners said you can own a gun that you have to pack with powder, put a bullet in, pack, stomp, shoot, load the powder, load the bullet, pack, shoot. That was their idea, but no, they said I can have the automatic rifle. It says in the Constitution. They're bastardizing the Second Amendment. And, but the other side is saying, not the other side, a side, it's a mental health issue. You can ban guns, but they're still going to get guns. It's a mental health issue.
I do agree that it's a mental health issue as well.
But why can't it be both? Why can't we work on both things?
Right. That's the thing. That's the thing in this country right now, or just world in general. And not just guns, with so many things. Like, people can't see that two things can be true. Like, it's not just like, oh, me versus you thing. One side is right, one side is completely wrong. Both things can be true.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, let's play along here. Let's say it is solely a mental health issue. What are you doing about it?
Thoughts and prayers.
Nothing. Thoughts and prayers, right. Nothing.
Well, again, there's no... I don't want to start an argument here. I mean, we're already well into arguments, but there's no common sense why a civilian should own an automatic/semi-automatic rifle. And
it's cool.
And you're going back to what Joe Biden did. He introduced a semi-automatic automatic rifle ban for 10 years, and the amount of shootings went down. You don't hear that on Fox News. But you step out of that vortex and watch real news, you hear the statistics of it. I hate that word. But let's do it again and watch these numbers drop. They'll get their hands on them, but it won't be so freely and open. But and yeah, this kid, 14 years old, cannot buy a gun in Georgia, but he could carry one. Make that make sense,
right? The loopholes in these laws you can drive a truck through.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Some guy said, "This guy can carry a death machine, but he can't carry a White Claw."
Right.
I mean, how simplistic?
Right.
How more simplistic do you have to be?
Dude, we could talk about this all day long, dude. But yeah, that's my going thought.
Yeah,
how about you?
It's also interesting because I think it was a junior year of high school when Columbine happened.
Yeah,
that was to my knowledge, first mass high school shooting by teenagers. And you see these shootings year in and year out, multiple times a year. And they interviewed some girl, and one of the commentators said, "It's just scary to think that she's 16 years old. Columbine happened in 1999. She spent her entire year having to go through these drills."
I tell you, my daughter, who's 2.
What? Yeah. Your daughter's going to go through these drills year in and year out.
She already has. She's already gone through a drill.
She's 2.
She's 2.
Something you should never think about until that fucking asshole in the fucking Connecticut did this. Sandy Hook did his thing. Man, it's just, school should be a safe place. It's always been a safe place. The worst thing you have to worry about is bullies. No, now you get worried about assholes.
Yeah, and my wife is a teacher on top of this too. So like,
that's right. Yeah, what she teach?
It's a double middle school. she had a case that I don't necessarily know how far I should go into this.
Don't.
Because people can easily Google the shit, but there was something that was touch and go there.
One of the school shootings, some of the kid blatantly said it. Like, oh man, I need a gun to come in and shoot everybody. But they thought he was joking.
Yeah.
It's one of those scary, scary times. I can't imagine being a parent sending my kid off to school when you think it should be. When my parents sent me off and everything was hunky-dory.
Dude, homeschool. Yeah. It's going more and more real. Putty, I feel like I just took up this whole thing of go home thoughts. Do you have anything, man?
Oh, yeah, I had a lot, but now you kind of ruined the mood. So how about, where can people find you on social medias? Oh, wait, I do have something. As a good friend and fan of hers, something her valet should have done, Vicious Vicky did an interview for WrestleZone. Make sure you check out WrestleZone when she checked out Ella J. I keep saying Anna J, but Ella J. Great interview. 30-something minutes. Easy listen. BCW, and she was billed as BCW Women's Champion, too. Awesome. Check it out. Mark, where can you find social medias?
You can find me on my website, yourfavoriteactor.com. All my social media links are on there, along with Shot of Wrestling. You can follow us on all forms of social media, Shot of Wrestling, including Twitter, the one I just bashed. Threads. We're doing more and more stuff on there. You can check us out. YouTube. We've been plugging that along the way here. Like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And give us some reviews. We could definitely use them. 5 stars. If you think we deserve it, we want to hear from you. Let us know how you think we're doing, what we can improve on, who you want us to have as a guest. Now that I'm more acclimated in my new casa, I think I'm going to start doing more interviews again. So let me know. Who do you want to hear from?
Great. Can't wait. Hope so. Missed those interviews.
I missed them too, man. I missed them too. I'm glad to finally have a place of my own again.
But yeah, enough rambling on. Let's watch this game. Watch my football team lose. Fantasy football team lose. So for Mark Schwann, I've been your host at Mugda Putty. Until next week, maybe. Putty out.
Hey baby, I hear the bell ringing, hip tosses and body slams. Oh my. And maybe you seem a bit confused, yeah baby, but I got you pinned. Ha 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 ha. But I don't know what to do when I see them with that golden case. They're cashing it in. Authority all in my face. What is a man to do? Good night, everybody.